Good evening, I'm Steve Johnson. Be sure to get our app on your smartphone or tablet. You can also watch the Dove on our website or on our Roku channel. Well, from the Dove newsroom at this hour, the British government says it will freeze the assets of the two main Russian suspects in the killing of former Russian agent Alexander Litvinenko. The British Home Secretary told lawmakers that the government is summoning the Russian ambassador to the Foreign Office to express its profound displeasure. The conclusion from British investigators today that the Russian government was probably involved in the murder of Litvinenko was deeply disturbing by officials. Litvinenko's wife, Marina, says she thinks justice will result from this ruling, even though the accused are not behind bars.
They are walking in the street of Moscow, but it's not the last day. And I believe final justice, when these two people will be punished, will happen.
Now, one of the two men named as possible killers is now a member of Russia's parliament, and he's calling the allegations against him as absurd. Oregon's governor is criticizing the lack of federal control in Harney County. In outlining her priorities for 2016, Governor Kate Brown criticized the federal government for acting too slowly as militia members continue to occupy federal lands. The governor says she was told by federal officials not to talk about the occupation in Harney County, but said the situation must be resolved immediately. Oregon Congressman Greg Walden represents the congressional district occupied by the militia and says it's time for the militiamen to leave.
These people clearly have violated the law in the way they've conducted their protest, and that's not appropriate. The community has asked them to leave repeatedly, and I hope they listen to the community and do so peacefully and soon.
As far as action that should be taken, Walden says he will leave it in the hands of trained law enforcement professionals to decide on the next step. The stepmother of the missing Oregon boy Kyron Horman says she has no answers on his location. Terry Horman took Kyron to his Portland school in 2010. The 7-year-old never returned home, and a massive search came up empty. Investigators have focused on Horman from the beginning, but she hasn't been charged with a crime or been labeled a suspect. U.S. Coast Guard says it has suspended its search for two men still missing after a fishing boat struck a jetty off Coos Bay. Crews completed a search by helicopter and a boat that covered the area around the crash site. The search could be restarted if authorities receive new information. Let's take a look now at what we can expect on the weather scene, and it is changing. A good chance for rain in Northern California and Wairika tonight. High of 52 with rain continuing tomorrow, a high of 48 on Saturday. As we move into the Klamath Basin, a 90% chance of rain tonight, then possible rain and snow flurries both Friday and Saturday. High tomorrow 43, 39 for Saturday. As we move along the Oregon coastal area, rain expected tonight through at least Saturday. Low of 48 tonight, 59 the high tomorrow, 51 for Saturday. As we head into the central Oregon area of Bend, a 70% chance of rain tonight, then mostly sunny tomorrow before rain comes back in on Saturday. High tomorrow 48 and 42 for the high on Saturday. And for southern Oregon, in the Medford, Grants Pass, and Ashland area, 90% chance of rain tonight, low of 41. 58 the high tomorrow with rain expected to continue, and rain also on Saturday with a high of 51. That's a look at news and weather. You're up to date with the latest right here on the Dove.